Jenna stirred, her eyes opened, confusion clouded her. This wasn't her bedroom, where was she?
The walls were alive with color. Strange landscapes unfurled in vibrant murals. They pulsed with an inner light, shifting like dreams. The air hummed with a low, unfamiliar music. It vibrated in her teeth. A strange peace settled over Jenna. She was lost, adrift in a beautiful enigma. Fear pricked at the edges of her calm. This felt too real to be a dream.
She pushed back the covers, a silk she didn't recognize. Her feet met plush purple carpet, soft as a sigh.
She stood, her bare feet sinking into the luxurious fabric. The room seemed to breathe around her. The colors on the wall rippled and swirled. The impossible landscapes shifted like a kaleidoscope. A sense of wonder warred with the rising panic. She had to get out of here. Where was here?
Jenna moved towards the window, her steps slow and deliberate, as if she were walking through water. Each step felt heavy, laden with the weight of curiosity and trepidation. She had been drawn to this window ever since she first laid eyes on it, an inexplicable pull that she couldn't resist. It was a large arched affair, framed by flowing silver metal that seemed almost alive, as if it were breathing. The frame twisted and turned in intricate patterns, catching the light in a way that made it shimmer and dance. It was unlike any window she had ever seen, both beautiful and unsettling. The glass was crystal clear, offering a panoramic view that took her breath away. She could see every detail with startling clarity, as if the window were a portal to another world. The scene beyond was mesmerizing, a fantastical city that seemed to stretch on forever.
The city outside defied logic, gravity, and any sense of reality. Buildings floated in midair, connected by bridges that twisted and turned in impossible ways. Streets spiraled upwards, defying the laws of physics, and the entire city seemed to be in a constant state of flux, shifting and changing before her eyes. Towers twisted into the sky at impossible angles, their spires reaching towards the heavens. They seemed to defy gravity, standing tall and proud despite their precarious positions. Each tower was unique, a testament to the creativity and imagination of whoever had built this city. Creatures unlike anything she'd ever seen flew between the buildings. They moved with grace and agility, weaving in and out of the structures with ease. Some were large and imposing, while others were small and delicate. But all of them were utterly fascinating. Some were feathered, with wings that shimmered like rainbows. Their feathers caught the light, creating a dazzling display of colors that left her in awe. They flew in intricate patterns, their movements synchronized as if they were performing a choreographed dance. Others were sleek and serpentine, leaving trails of smoke in their wake. They moved with a fluid grace, their bodies undulating as they flew. The smoke they left behind twisted and turned, creating intricate patterns in the air that were both beautiful and eerie. The air buzzed with their strange, melodic calls. It was a symphony of sounds, each creature adding its own unique note to the chorus. The melodies were haunting and otherworldly, filling the air with a sense of wonder and mystery.
Colors she couldn't name painted the sky. They shifted and changed, blending together in a mesmerizing dance. The sky was a canvas of ever-changing hues, each one more beautiful and surreal than the last. They pulsed with an inner light, shifting and changing in a mesmerizing dance. The colors seemed to have a life of their own, moving and flowing in a way that was both hypnotic and enchanting. She couldn't tear her eyes away, captivated by the beauty of the scene. It was beautiful, terrifying, utterly unreal. The sky was a paradox, a blend of beauty and fear that left her feeling both awed and unsettled. She couldn't decide whether to be mesmerized or terrified, and the conflicting emotions left her feeling dizzy and disoriented.
Jenna pressed her hand against the cool glass. It felt solid, real. The sensation grounded her, reminding her that she was still in the real world, even if the scene before her suggested otherwise. The glass was a barrier, separating her from the surreal world beyond. Her reflection stared back, a mirror to her confusion. She saw her own wide eyes, filled with wonder and fear, and her tousled hair, a stark contrast to the orderly world she had left behind. The reflection was a reminder of her own humanity, a stark contrast to the fantastical scene outside. Eyes wide, hair tousled, she looked like a stranger in a strange land. This couldn't be real. The scene before her was too fantastical, too surreal to be anything but a dream. And yet, It felt so real, so vivid, that she couldn't shake the feeling that she was truly there. It had to be a dream. There was no other explanation for the bizarre and wondrous world she was witnessing. But dreams weren't usually this vivid, this detailed, this terrifyingly real. She had never experienced anything like this before, and the uncertainty left her feeling both exhilarated and terrified. But dreams weren't this vivid, this detailed, this terrifyingly real. Every detail was sharp and clear, every sound and color more intense than anything she had ever experienced. It was as if she had stepped into another reality, one that was both beautiful and terrifying in its strangeness. She didn't know how long she stood there, staring out the window, but she knew that this moment would stay with her forever.
"Welcome, Jenna," a voice echoed through the room. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, filling the space with an eerie presence. It was soft, melodious, with an otherworldly resonance that sent shivers down her spine.
Jenna whirled around, her eyes darting from corner to corner, searching for the source of the voice. "Who's there?" she called out, her voice trembling slightly, betraying her growing fear.
The room remained silent, save for the low hum that seemed to permeate everything, a constant reminder of the unknown. The strange, shifting murals continued their silent dance, their colors and shapes morphing in a hypnotic rhythm.
"You are in the dream world," the voice continued, calm and soothing, as if trying to comfort her. "A place where reality bends to the will of imagination, where the impossible becomes possible. A place of wonder and terror, of beauty and despair, where every corner holds a new mystery." The voice seemed to wrap around her, drawing her in, making her feel both comforted and trapped.
Jenna hugged herself, trying to ward off the chill that ran down her spine, a chill that seemed to come from within.
"The Dreamworld?" she whispered, the word foreign on her lips, as if speaking it would make it real. "What is this place? How did I get here?" she wondered, her mind racing with questions. She needed answers. She needed to wake up. She needed this to be a dream, but deep down, she feared it wasn't. Determined, Jenna began to explore the room, looking for any clues or signs that could help her understand her situation. Strange symbols adorned the walls, glowing softly, as if they held some hidden meaning. She reached out to touch them, feeling a strange energy pulse through her fingers. The symbols reacted to her touch, changing colors and shapes as if responding to her presence. Startled, Jenna stepped back, her heart pounding in her chest. The voice echoed again, filling the room with light. "You are the key," it said, "to unlocking the secrets of the dream world." Jenna took a deep breath, feeling a newfound determination. She was ready to face the unknown, to uncover the secrets of this strange place. With a sense of purpose, she walked towards the light, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. The room began to fade into darkness, leaving only the light to guide her way. Jenna stepped into the light, disappearing into the unknown, ready to discover the mysteries of the dream world.
"You have been chosen, Jenna. Chosen to play a game, a puzzle of sorts. The Puzzle of Awakening, it is called."
The voice seemed to chuckle, a low rumble that echoed through the room. Jenna's fear gave way to a spark of anger.
"A game? I don't want to play your game. I just want to go home."
Her words echoed in the silent room, bouncing off the shifting murals.
"To awaken, you must first understand. Explore this world. Unravel its secrets. Face your fears. Only then will the path home become clear."
Jenna shook her head, tears pricking at her eyes. This was insane. It couldn't be real. She had to be dreaming. But a part of her, a small, terrified part, knew that this was no ordinary dream. Jenna drew a deep breath, trying to steady her nerves. She wouldn't panic. She wouldn't let this place break her. She would find a way out. She had to. She thought of her life, her friends, her family. She had to get back to them. The room, with its shifting murals and impossible beauty, seemed to press in around her. But something had changed. The fear was still there, a cold knot in her stomach. But it was joined by something else, a spark of determination, a flicker of defiance.
"I'm ready. Tell me what I need to do."
The room remained silent. The voice, her only guide in this impossible place, had vanished. With a deep breath, Jenna pushed open the door. She had no idea what awaited her on the other side, but the pull of curiosity was too strong to resist. The door creaked open, revealing a world that seemed to defy all logic and reason. She stepped out into the vibrant, chaotic city she'd seen from the window. The city was alive with energy, a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds that assaulted her senses. It was as if she had stepped into a dream, a place where the impossible became possible. The air hummed with 1,000 different sounds, the chatter of voices, the clinking of strange instruments, and the distant roar of unknown creatures created a symphony of the surreal. It was a cacophony that was both disorienting and exhilarating. The scent of strange spices and exotic flowers filled her senses. Each breath she took was a new experience, a blend of aromas that were both familiar and alien. The market stalls were laden with goods she couldn't even begin to identify, each one more intriguing than the last. Creatures of impossible anatomy moved around her. Some had limbs that bent in ways that defied physics, while others had eyes that seemed to see into her very soul. They moved with a grace that was both unsettling and mesmerizing. Some walked on 2 legs, others on 4, and some even slithered or crawled. Each creature was a marvel of evolution, a testament to the boundless creativity of this ethereal world. And some seemed to float just above the ground. These levitating beings moved with an effortless grace, as if gravity was merely a suggestion rather than a rule. They glided through the air, their movements fluid and hypnotic. They paid her no mind, caught in their own ethereal routines. It was as if she was invisible, a ghost in this bustling city of dreams. She watched as they went about their lives, each one a small piece of a larger, incomprehensible puzzle. Their skin shimmered with colors unseen in the real world. Hues of iridescent blues, purples, and greens danced across their bodies, creating a mesmerizing display of light and color. It was like watching living rainbows move through the streets. A creature resembling a giant iridescent butterfly landed on a nearby awning. Its wings sparkled in the light, each movement sending ripples of color through the air. It was a sight so beautiful, it took her breath away. It blinked at her with large, multifaceted eyes, each facet reflecting a different part of the city. It was as if the creature could see everything, every detail of this fantastical world, all at once, then fluttered off in a flurry of shimmering wings. The creature's departure was as graceful as its arrival, leaving Jenna with a sense of wonder and a longing to see more. A group of children, their skin a pale, luminous blue, chased each other down the street. Their laughter was infectious, a high-pitched bell-like sound that echoed through the air. They moved with a carefree joy that was both heartwarming and surreal, giggling with high-pitched bell-like laughter. Their joy was a stark contrast to the overwhelming strangeness of the city, a reminder that even in the most bizarre places, simple pleasures could still be found. Jenna found herself both terrified and captivated. The city was a place of contradictions, a blend of beauty and absurdity that left her feeling both exhilarated and uneasy. She couldn't help but be drawn to it, even as it filled her with a sense of dread. The sheer absurdity of it all was overwhelming. Every corner she turned revealed something new, something that defied explanation. It was a place where the rules of reality seemed to bend and twist, creating a landscape that was both chaotic and mesmerizing. But there was a strange beauty to it too, a beauty that was hard to define. It was in the way the light played off the buildings, in the harmonious chaos of the marketplace, in the grace of the creatures that moved through the streets. A sense of wonder that tugged at the edges of her fear. It was a place that challenged her perceptions, that made her question everything she thought she knew. And in that challenge, she found a sense of excitement, a thrill that made her want to explore further, to see what other wonders this ethereal city had to offer.